Oh yeah, oh yeah. There come the people. We are definitely live again. Hello Facebook, hello Impact Festival, hello Unify Stream, hello all the other streams that we've lost count of because people just share, and once it starts sharing, it kind of can't stop. My name is Matthew Learning. I am here with you. I've been here for the last 4 days with you, and hopefully you're still enjoying me. I'm enjoying me. And if you're not, you don't have to be here, but I think I emit enough love that it's worth sticking around. And this is not even about me. I just get to be the host. I get to bring people from around the world to facilitate transformation, facilitate love, what I would call love and goodness, to facilitate and bring their hearts and souls, their life's mission to this webinar, to this Zoom, so that the world can get positive impact and unification and healing, and I like to add, and lots of fun. So with all that being said, people watching can check out impactfestival.ca. You can get a hold of the two other live streaming stages where there's live electronic music. There's charities to donate to. There's a three-dimensional virtual reality festival you can walk through. There's an online vendor market. And of course, this stage, the Limitless Transformational Workshop stage. So with the stage being set, I'm going to introduce Dawn here. Dawn's going to interact with three beautiful people today to do some instant healing. And you in the audience get to enjoy this experience. And then if you love it, I believe that Dawn is available to do this work. Dawn has a huge mission to raise the vibration of the planet to the frequency of love by the end of the year. And if I'm off on that, he'll correct me, but it's something like that, which is a noble mission. A quick introduction for Dawn is going to be that Dawn grew up in a toxic, violent, Irish Catholic, alcoholic family of 6 sisters and 3 brothers in rural Prince Edward Island. And being the second poorest family of 8 communities with hardly any clothes or food or the basics, Dawn supported himself from age 7. He spent 40 years and 100,000 hours putting together a 100,000 piece puzzle to find out that it is not the right way to do it. And with that deep wisdom and experience, working with the elite, being instrumental in Fortune 500 companies, working with NHL hockey players, bringing them within 2 games of winning the Stanley Cup, and helping ladies that had 10 symptoms for 38 years of poor health that were gone in less than an hour that she held for 12 years. I would say, Dawn, well, I'm going to say a miracle worker. You can cancel that out if it's not the way you want to put it, but you provide instant healing or transformation for people. That's what you're going to do here. And that's what this workshop is. Buckle up, audience, unify, Impact Nation for some instant transformation. And Dawn, he means business and leaves no stone left unturned. I'm going to say this, Dawn, you speak real. You're a real guy. You're honest. You've been through a huge life. And now we get to witness that in manifest, in action here. I'm going to leave it with you. I'm going to take off my headphones and let Bonnie Stone, who is my tech team member, she's going to also help. She's going to be your third participant today. And the stage is all yours, my friend.
Before you take them off, I want to thank you profusely, Matthew, for inviting me on here and allowing me to be a presenter for this magnificent global festival of transformation and music. Way to go.
My pleasure.
So I want to begin by saying that you are an absolutely amazingly powerful, divine, radiant beings.
Is there something
and you do not need anything. I am not here to give you anything. I'm here to take things away to see who you already are. And that's not an affirmation. It's an affirmation is about what you're going to be. And you already are this. So it's no different than the color of your eyes. That's how natural this divineness is of who you are, is the color of your eyes. And so, like Matthew was saying, I had spent 40 years and 100,000 hours extracting all of these pieces and programs of my own life, codependency, multiple addictions, a myriad of physical symptoms like having migraine headaches as early as age 8, bedwetting till 9, chronic back pain, psoriasis all over my body, on and on and on. I was anointed by a priest once for hepatitis. It was the last rites, just all of these symptoms. And what it was to find out some very, very valuable pieces of wisdom. And yes, it took me 40 years, but it's amazing how much people can benefit in a short time. And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about an instant transformation. So, first of all, the key about it is that when people ask me, they have two questions they ask. Two questions. One is, how do you do what you do, Don? How do you do that? Well, it's a little hard to describe in words, but I can do it in metaphor. So here's the metaphor. When Michelangelo was finished carving the statue of David, he was asked on many occasions, how did you do that? How would you create such a magnificent statue? He said it was simple. I went to the quarry, saw this big block of marble, instantly saw David inside, instantly took it back to my quarry, and I carved away all the marble that wasn't David. Well, when I meet you, I instantly see your divinity. And I carve away all your beliefs, both negative and positive, both negative beliefs and positive beliefs of who you think you are. And most people don't know that the positive ones are as toxic as the negative ones. They're just socially acceptable. And what you're left with when I say taking away, I take these away, these negative and positive beliefs, such as I'm not good enough, I am good enough, I'm not loved, I am loved, not deserving, I am deserving, I'm not safe, I am safe, I'm protected, all of these. Well, these are in this system, and it's actually not two different systems, it's a flip side of each one coin. What this is, this here knowing, this knowing of who you are, this divine, magnificent, radiant being, it doesn't have belief systems in it, it's a knowing. It's already there, sitting there waiting for you to access. Now the next question then is, okay, so what's with this instant thing, Don? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. How does this instant thing work? And I got to tell you this, that I'm figuring I don't have a large enough count, but remember when I work with these 40 years and 100,000 hours and all of my issues, I also work with thousands of people, and each of them brought a wisdom. Each of them brought a wisdom of one side or another. And that all is put together in a way that we come back to the instant. So here's the question. I want you, the listener, you, the viewer, to answer this question. Do you have a phobia of something? And if you so do, what is it? Now, the traditional answer for this is snakes or heights or ladders or rats or closed in places or underwater or flying an airplane, those kind of things. Most people can relate to that. But then when I start saying things, well, what about a phobia of intimacy, a phobia of abandonment, a phobia of rejection, a phobia of not being good enough, a phobia of criticism, a phobia of judgment? Now we go from 50% of the population to 90%. Knowing that this is here. And what that is I'll ask you the question, for you, the listener that has a phobia, here's the question. How long have you had it? Do either one of you three have a phobia, and do you have that answer? Bonnie, Kim, go ahead.
Karita.
Teresa, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So yes, the only phobia that comes up right away is the not being good enough.
Thank you. Awesome. And just so you know, that's awesome. That tells me a lot about your awareness, to know that it not good enough is the phobia, not the snakes or the heights or the whatever. And that's where people get tricked. Now, my question to you is, how long have you had it, Rita?
Basically since I was a young child.
Yeah. So do you mind giving me a year to that?
Probably 1989 is the first year that comes in my brain.
Okay, so 89, let's see, I'm back 31 years.
Yeah.
That's a different part of the brain, sorry, 31 years.
Yeah.
Okay, how long did it take to create it?
It's an ongoing trade.
The typical answer. The typical answer. It's usually, well, you know, I've had it all this time. That's how long it took. Nah, not a chance. I'll tell you how long it took. One instant. One instant, and you repeated that over and over and over again. That program, that pattern. That's not good enough. And I'll guarantee you, without knowing anything else, you have never been satisfied with how much you've accomplished, no much you achieved, no matter how pretty you look, no matter all of these, it's still there interfering with your decisions and interfering with how you see life. Am I close?
Pretty dang close.
Okay, that's how this works. So let me ask you another question, each of you, all of you listeners. If it took an instant to create it, and you knew how it was created, how long do you think it would take to uncreate it? Anybody?
An instant.
Wonderful, perfect answer. Now, people have a lot of difficulty with that, but I'm telling you, think about this, Rita, that in an instant, something happened that you got a belief that you weren't good enough. Now, I'll tell you one or two things you did. You either let it drown you, which I'm 95% sure you didn't allow, but you went the other way to prove that you were successful, doing everything you possibly could, and just learning this and studying that and getting here and getting there. That's the one I believe you spent most of your time on. Am I correct?
Yeah, close, yeah.
Okay. And so what it is that not good enough is the driver for both of these. One is to take you down, and the other was to try to build you up. Now let's come back to the time. That all happened in 1 second. Would you agree that 1 second is an instant?
Yes.
Okay. So are we okay then talking about instant transformation? And the beautiful thing about this example that I have to use is exactly what's incredibly important for people to know. This is at Rita's identity level. It's talking about her identity. An identity. We're not talking symptoms here. We're not talking symptoms. None at all. See, I don't deal with symptoms. I don't deal with any of them. Here's a quick one. I had a lady that spent over the last 10 years more times in the hospital than out of the hospital. And she had somewhere between 40 and 50 symptoms. She was going to add them up for me one day, but she never got back to me yet on that particular item. And she had all of these symptoms, and she was in the hospital sometimes for as long as 3 to 4 months. And she took my program, and at that time, she was 97 pounds, as frail could be. We spent 5 minutes short of 3 hours. When we were done, I asked her, what do you know? And she said, oh my God, it's gone. And I said, what do you mean, Janessa? Like, what's gone? She said, well, when I come in here, I had a bulge in my stomach for 2 years that was 2 inches long, 3 inches long, 2 inches wide, and 1.5 inches thick. It's gone. And she held up her blouse and showed me it's gone. Like, how's that happen? And so what we're talking about is a cause. And I don't deal with a cause, I deal with the cause. I'm dealing with the cause of your causes, of your symptoms. And what I have to do is I have to find that piece that created everything. Because what you did is like your grandmother taking a little piece of yarn. She gets a roll of yarn in a store, and she takes it home, and then she starts putting it in a ball, and then she goes and gets another one and ties them together and keeps getting the ball bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what we do with these beliefs at an identity level of who we think we are. And that's this red and black. And then we've got all of our symptoms stuck to that. I recently worked with an incredibly successful lady out of New York, her and her husband. She had 100 plus phobias, 100 plus phobias. Okay, would you agree that's a lot? You agree that'd be pretty carefully. Well, it's a testament to how powerful she was, the same as how powerful Brita is. To be able to do what she's doing, carrying this around with her. Imagine what she could do without this. That's how powerful we are. Here's this lady with her work is up on the billboards in Manhattan. She's got millions of followers. They all know her. And here she was walking around with 100 phobias. We spent 2.5 hours together, her and her husband. This page, and you can check her out on my website. She did an interview with me. She will tell you all of how this worked for her, step by step through the process and the results. And I'm telling you, in that 2.5 hours, they were gone. And that's 2 months ago. None of them returned. Do you know how long that would have taken if we had to deal with each symptom? Like this, we would be into the 28th century. So it happens by identifying that piece. And so what I'm going to do, there's a couple of pieces I wanted to twin the magnificence of this Impact Festival, both with a bit of a transformation as well as music. And so I got 2 rappers with me today that one of them had his transformation 2 weeks ago, and the other one had it 4 weeks ago. And they are going to tell you how quickly things happen for them. And then they're going to sing us a song, one of their rapper songs, to twin the both together. Imagine having music and transformation and having fun at the same time. Because that's what this is about. This is about us laughing at the hilarious ridiculousness of how the ego survives and tricks us into believing we're someone we're not. Now, would you be interested at all in finding out some of those tricks and how you could untrick it and find your light? Would anybody be interested in that? Okay, awesome. 3 out of 3. That's wonderful. And I hope all the listeners would be raising their hand as quickly and as assuredly as you 3. Okay, so I'm really excited about this work getting out to the world because, yes, like Matthew said, I do have a vision. I'll tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you my mission first. See, in my working, we're just ready to launch globally because on May 22nd, I did a combined in-person and webinar. Now we're talking a 3-hour transformation from a person saying, "Hi, my name is Tim," to 3 hours later saying, "Holy shit, what happened?" In a group. Okay, so what happened at that moment on May 22nd, we found out one crucial piece of information. There was 0 difference in the results between the in-person and the webinar. How cool is that? Like, how cool is that? And when I'm talking about symptoms, I'm talking about a lady having alcoholism for 10 years, gone the next morning, no craving since. That was a month ago. Think about that. Alcoholism for 10 years, an alcoholic. Would you agree that's pretty crazy? Amazing. And a 23-year-old with schizophrenia. The next morning, she realized it wasn't her identity. It was gone. Like, seriously. Like, and then online, a guy by the name of Alan had IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, for 2 years. He woke up the next morning and there was no sign of it. He was on the webinar. Now, I could go on and on. Remember a few things here. One, I'm showing you how to be standing in your power. I'm not giving you anything. Two, I'm not dealing with cause. I'm not dealing with symptoms. And I'm not even dealing with causes. I'm checking the causes to find out what the cause was of those causes. And three, it's neurological, not intellectual. Those responses you have, Rita, of not good enough, as much as you might think they're intellectual, they're not. Now, I'll use a metaphor for that. Have all you viewers driven a car at one time or another? Everybody? Bonnie? Okay. Am I correct to use the key to start? Well, the traditional model is working on the engine because there's got all these problems with it. Well, I reprogram the key. And that's neurological. And in a nanosecond, it fires off. It's either going to fire off this program, or this program. And it does it in a nanosecond. How would you like to have it programming this the moment you open your eyes? How cool would that be? Okay? And that's what I'm talking about. So, no, you're not going to be able, I'm not going to be able to do the 3 hours here in this short time. No, we're not going to get that instant transformation in this, even though I've done it. You know what? Some of these stories are a little crazy, but what the heck? You know, I got to tell them I'm in my condo. Decide to take the garbage down. There was 3 condos on the side of a mountain. There was a street in front of it. And with that street, people used to walk on it. I used to climb the mountain, but they used to walk on it. And one day, that day I took the garbage out. I was just about to walk out, and the guy walked in. If you can imagine, he was standing in the fetal position, standing up in the fetal position. I'd seen him around, but I didn't know his name. And I said, oh man, you don't look too good. What's happening? So I got prostate cancer. I've had it for 16 months. I've had 32 radiation treatments. They burned all my stomach wall and intestines. I don't know how much time I have. I said, don't listen to that bullshit. Can I ask you some questions? And he said, yeah, okay. So from the moment he opened the door, to the moment I walked out was 15 minutes. All I knew was his name was Al. 3 weeks later, he called me, Don, you remember me, Al Voljanik? Saw you in the garbage room there 3 weeks ago? Yeah. Just got x-rays. I don't have any cancer. Now, would you guys like to know a little bit more about how powerful you are? And how you can uncreate the things that you created? Okay? Because that's what I want to do. So, if you were to clean something up today, Tim, what do you think it would be? What's a program or pattern that you've had in your life that held you back?
There we go. I'd say that mine is I'm a musician and a performer, and I still have these doubts about that I've got what it takes to take it all the way.
Right on, bud. You wait, you hear these 2 boys. You're going to fit right in there like a hand in the glove.
Okay.
Okay, Bonnie.
For me, it's fear of abandonment.
Fear of death?
Abandonment.
Oh, abandonment. Okay, very good. And fear of abandonment, not good enough, and doubting yourself. Correct, Tim?
That's correct. Yeah. Do I have what it takes? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. Of course you don't. You're not good enough, man. So of course you don't. Which is a complete lie. Okay, we know that. But you're telling that lie to yourself. You're doing it for a reason. Okay, know this. I don't give you answers. You don't need answers. I'm going to ask you questions. You can find your own answer. How's that for a way of doing things? You okay with that? If I ask questions, you okay with answering questions I ask?
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. So, what I'd like to do first, I'd like you to listen to these two guys with their music, because they're going to tell you briefly what happened to them. And then you'll get a flavor rather than me just saying things. You'll get a sense of what I'm talking about. Keep in mind, from an age perspective, one's 2 weeks old and the other's a month old, as far as this program, okay? And both of them were involved. One of them was involved with 1 3-hour transformation, 2, sorry, and the other one was involved in 3 transformations. 3 1 hour, 3 1. They went to a 3-hour transformation 2 times and the other 3 times. Got that? So their names are Kyle and Justin. So you guys pretty near ready here, guys, to rock and roll?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here they are. A warm welcome to my two buddies.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, everybody. I'm Justin, also known as Eval.
I'm Kyle, and also known as Collateral, like Kalamalka. So I guess I'll go first. 4 weeks ago, I took this transformation with Don from some good friends that recommended this to me. And when he says instant, I mean instant. I went through everything from not feeling like my opinion was worth anything or that I mattered at all, you know, like hated myself, felt like I always had something to prove, etc., mental blockages in my music, spending more time thinking about what people wanted me to be than who I truly was and being that.
So I'm about 2 weeks into the transformation process, and like my man Kyle here said, it is instant. It's literally, I would say it comes to you at the blink of an eye, but it's honestly the reverse of that. It comes to you as fast as you can open your eyes, right? And so basically what it's done for me is I've completely dropped the ego, obviously, and I'm just now 100% who I am meant to be. And since then, I've been able to unlock my whole entire music career in ways that I never even imagined. Posted my first singing cover video, which I never do because I didn't think I was good enough. But now it's just come to a point where it's just me spreading what I love to do with the world. So I'm just sharing my love with the world now. And it's absolutely beautiful.
Share about how quickly you made this song.
So also, since both of us have gone through this transformation, we're actually a part of the same rap group. We go by DCK. Used to be a graffiti crew called Dunce Cap Kids. We've actually just rebranded to Divine Conscious Collective. And, you know, our message is to just make the world a better place. Rap music is normally taken in a negative light for people's general knowledge of it if they don't really go into it. And we're trying to change that, man. So we're making these positive waves for everyone that hears our music, and we hope to awaken or shift you into the readiness to be awakened with what we're about to present you.
So one more thing before we drop this, talking about the instant side of things, it's not just in our personal lives, it's in our music career as well. We were able to write a whole entire album, 5-song album in literally a weekend. So like 2.5 days. And to put that into perspective for you, I'm still working on my first album. It's pretty much done. And it's taken me 2 to 3 years to finish this album that I've been working on.
We did
Still
an
not
EP
done.
in like 5 days. We wrote a song a day pretty much. So.
Yeah. So
this is just one of the songs, yeah. Start that, turn it up a little
So
bit.
allow us to perform one of our creations for you.
Yeah.
It's called The Power Inside.
I was going first. Let's get it.
When I come back down, spread the love around with a reason, because I love myself. Once I found out but the power inside, I knew that I was never gonna die. Dug myself a hole with no walls to climb, gonna fall to rise, no immortalized. I broke through every single mortal lie. Take my ride, you'll be sure to cry, feel a borderline. I think it close to die, believe me when it happened overnight. And open mind, you'll grow alive, but it won't if you only approach it with close eye. Open your eyes to all of the power that you hold within your own life. Don't hold the ties of the rope will dry till your soul will cry. Live a soul alive. Overdoses, potent emotion, violent your motives, floating over oceans. Broken poets, you know it, bringing no one to the hopeless. You don't know, but I notice all the boulders on your shoulders. Your glow shows, hope you notice, more powerful than a stone.
When we wake up and finally open our eyes, to summer may come a surprise with all of that power inside, but they won't take us. And now that there's nowhere to hide, the darkness retreats from the light, turn blind and we shining so bright. When we wake up and finally open our eyes, to summer may come a surprise with all of that power inside, but they won't take us. And now that there's nowhere to hide, the darkness retreats from the light, turn blind and we shining so bright. I used to wanna fade away, take the pain away, living day to day. Eyes were shaded gray in a crazy way. Think it's safe to say I lost myself, gave all my power away. Being like that left such a sour taste. Now I'm never letting nothing go to waste. Ain't got the time or interest trying to save a face. I'm moving mountains. I'll be starting with the base, fed up with the fakes. You need to take a break from all the bullshit. Living frequent day to day, don't waste your energy. And those that leech your pain, there's nothing there to gain from dripping down the drain. I know I sound sinking. How could I know the things you go through? Because really I don't. Digging the motor instead of building a rope, so I'm paving the way for those lost and alone. But as long as there's hope and I'm helping you cope, that I'm doing my job, helping everyone flow. You've been doing more damage, holding on to the rope. Sometimes freeing yourself and just letting it go. Your heart has been pounding, breathing, turn slow. A shift has occurred and the goosebumps they show. Always arise with the melting and snow. Let me show you the way to tap into the flow. When we wake up and finally open our eyes, to summer may come a surprise with all of that power inside, but they won't take us. And now that there's nowhere to hide, the darkness retreats from the light, turn blind and we shining so bright. Yeah. That's it.
Thank you, everybody.
I kind of cut the
listening.
music off early by accident, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. And it spoke to you. We're a little awkward communicating, but as soon as we can get into that flow, that channeling of the energy inside of us, anything is possible. And we're going to change the world with Don Smith and the rest of everyone that is involved with this movement. And thank you for having us, and thank you for listening.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
Peace and love to the world. Thank you, everyone.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So just give you an before we start, I'm going to want to start asking you guys some questions. But coming back to what I mentioned earlier, is that the mission and vision that I have. And so the mission is I'm looking for superheroes of light like Kyle and Justin. And when I work with large numbers, and I can work with millions at a time. And there's going to be maybe I don't know the ratio, but there's these superheroes come with these amazing gifts once they're cleared of all their programs and patterns. And they're stepping up and assisting me with what used to be my mission and my vision is now the superheroes that have come on board, which is now our mission and our vision because they believe in the same. So here's what it is. The mission is I'm mining for superheroes that's going to assist me in having this happen. And what I'm looking for is what I'm talking about is my vision is to shift humanity's consciousness, and you can check this out on Dr. David Hawkins' book, Power versus Force, that the level of consciousness on the planet at this time is 210 on a scale of 1,000. I won't go into great detail on this in this shorter window. You can check it out, read his book. It's 210. And my vision is to shift humanity's consciousness to 444 by December 31st, 2020. Okay? That's what I'm here for. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm going to do. Only now, there are 7 joined just in the last 3 days wanting to be a part of this mission and vision. So I'm incredibly excited how much of a warp speed that all of this is happening. And so I'm going to give you a demo. I promised you a demonstration with the 3 of you wonderful volunteers. Okay, and I promise you it's painless. Matter of fact, I have people completely hysterically laughing at themselves at the programs they've created, what they were hoping to achieve. So let's start with Bonnie. Bonnie, you're saying you have a phobia of abandonment.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now think of the last time you had that. And I don't need to know the particulars, just think about it. And the same with you, Tim. You think about you're not good enough. You're forgetting the exact words you used about your music.
That I don't have what it takes.
Okay, perfect. It's the same thing, but we'll use your words. Got it? And the Barita, not good enough, correct?
Correct.
Okay, good. So the three of you go to one, all together, the three of you go to that place. I want to make maximum use of our time. So I'm going to do three at the same time. Okay, so everybody gets something. You okay with that?
Yeah.
I go with lightning speed, the way I usually do. Got enough information? You understand how this can work? Do you understand the instant piece? Is that clear to you three?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now here's what I'm telling you. You need to know something. How powerful you are to have created what you created and headed for all of your life to date. Would you agree that's powerful?
Yes.
I need to hear your answer.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is powerful.
Very
No,
powerful.
Powerful. I'm saying you're powerful, Tim. Agreed?
I do agree.
Okay, perfect. Okay, got it? That's how powerful the three of you are. You've been doing it for whatever number of years. I'm not even going to ask you to calculate them all. Okay? And would you agree then? There's power that you did that in an instant. Agreed?
Yes.
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 Doesn't that make sense that you're powerful? Does it or does it not?
It does.
Absolutely.
Away, that's all. And isn't it amazing that all of your symptoms are stuck to them? Imagine dealing with one thing and all of your symptoms leave. Like seriously. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, financial, like gone. Imagine. And standing in that
Ready.
house, like have I got you excited yet?
Yes, please.
Yes. Mind blowing.
Wonderful. Now, remember now, I'm not doing the whole 3 hours, so don't be too disappointed if you don't get it all, okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
You can just sign up
Yes.
at iamdivinity.com and you'll find when my next 3-hour transformation is, okay? So, Bonnie, go to that place. Tell me when you're here, just yes.
Yes.
Tim, go to that feeling. Go to that time when you had that feeling we're talking about. Tell me when you got it. Rita, got yours?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'm not going to make any logical sense, okay? Like, get away with your logic and all of those things because it's not going to fit here. This stuff happened before the age of reason, so good luck trying to make reason out of something. Tell me how someone could get rid of 16 months of prostate cancer, okay, in 15 minutes. Does that make logical sense?
No.
So
No.
is it okay if we set that system aside for a moment? Just go with the flow. Is everybody good with going with the flow? Like
Yes.
when you're in your music and it's just flowing, right? That one. Is that okay? So go to that place again. Not good enough. Abandoned. What's those exact words, Tim?
Don't have what it takes.
Don't have what it takes. Okay? Now go to that place. Now, how open is your heart when you're in that? What's that head shaking about? I need an answer.
It doesn't feel very open.
25, 25% open.
25% open. Bonnie?
Mostly closed.
Yeah. Brianna?
Yeah, it's pretty closed.
Yeah. Now, I'm probably butchering your name, but if you're okay with me trying to get as close as I can. Now, right below your rib cage, you see people say love is the answer. I totally disagree. I completely, totally disagree that love is the answer. It isn't. Because two of you, it's not about love. It's not about love. It's about worth. And one of you, Bonnie, is about love. But the reason she's having that has to do with her worth as well. So I have made up a word. I've made up a bunch of words. But here's one of them. I say that love worth is the answer, not love. Because you have to, just like you don't just drink water, you don't just eat food. When you're thirsty, you drink water. When you're hungry, you eat food. Well, I'm telling you, there's a love and there's a worth that need to be balanced and it needs to be perfect. And most people got it all screwed up. Got it? So, Bonnie, how opens your heart? Once again, I forget.
My heart was mostly closed from the feeling of abandonment.
Now, your worth. What size is your worth? Just below your rib cage.
I'm worth like I'm worth
Bonnie?
so much.
Wait now. At the moment that you're not, yet you're being abandoned.
I feel that I'm unworthy.
Thank you. What size is that? Worth when you're unworthy. Bonnie?
Huge.
No. It's impossible. It's impossible to have it huge if you're unworthy.
I feel small.
Thank you. How small? Metaphorically.
Like a micron.
Bonnie, give me an answer.
Like a micron.
Thank you. Tim. When you're saying that, not that voice in your head, what size is your worth?
Small.
How small, Tim? Whatever your head, just give me the answer. An apple. We'll go with an apple or a baseball, right? Got it? Rita. What size is your worth when you're not good enough?
I feel like a toddler.
Yeah. Yes. And that's when it happened. My question is this. What size is your worth at that moment?
Say that again.
What size is your worth? This worth. Right under your rib cage. Metaphor.
Size is my worth. A pebble.
Thank you. Got it?
Yeah.
Everybody got this. How clear is it? Okay? And you create it. Okay? Then you've made decisions about you. About you. About that. But each of you are having difficulties. So what you have is, Brianna, now what's the head shaking about?
I'm sorry, Don, we couldn't hear you for a sec. There's a lot of background noise.
Oh, okay. So what I'm saying is, when this happened, there was an event that happened, and I'm debating whether I go too far because I don't want to leave you halfway. So that's why I'm back and forth trying to find some. I want to give you some really amazing value, but I have to be cognizant of our time, and I want to make sure I can clean it up when I start. Is everybody okay with me where I'm coming from on this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So what I ask you to do is when I'm asking one person a question, you get your answer ready. That's going to give us some time, okay? Everybody clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Now, if somebody can get their answer gone in 15 minutes, surely we can do a little bit of this in the 20 minutes or so we got left. Everybody on the same page?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, and of course, it's not always about physical symptoms. You know, I saved the guy $615 million once in 6 minutes. Okay? So, like, it's not all about physical symptoms, but it is all to do with who we are and who we believe we are. And so, notice what you do, Bonnie, to your work when you think you're going to be abandoned. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Once again, who's doing this? Who's doing this?
I'm doing it.
Yes, you are. You think you could change that?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, this is not at a behavior level. Here's what I'm telling you, Bonnie. You've never missed an opportunity when that external stimuli happened, that you had that identical internal response. Am I correct?
Yes.
Same with you, Tim? Same with you, Brita? Get this. So, would you like to do something about this today, even though it's not at all?
Yes.
Yes.
Because now what I want you to do is listen to that voice in your head telling you, Tim, say that again.
I don't have what it takes.
Now listen to that tone of voice. Listen to that voice. And I'm going to tell you, I don't care how successful you've been or how successful you've been. That will never shut off. You'll never satisfy that energy. Never, never. You'll never be loved enough, Bonnie, and you'll never be good enough for that voice. Okay? Never happen. You having trouble hearing me? Okay. Now, so notice how closed your heart is, and notice how closed your your power center is. That's you shutting off your worth and your power, your love. You're doing that. How safe do you feel when you're doing this? How safe do you feel?
Not that safe.
You don't feel
Not safe.
safe.
No. Guess who you're not safe with?
Myself.
Exactly. Isn't that awesome to know that you're creating this? But you don't have to wait for your partner. You don't have to wait for another musician to come along. You don't have to wait for anybody. It's you doing it. But you're doing it against yourself. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Feel this feeling. The heart closed and the worth small. Take your left hand and hold your thumb and little finger. Thumb and little finger, left hand. Got that? Thumb, little finger. Hold them together just like that. Yeah. Just hold a tip to tip, tip to tip. Little finger, Tim. There you go. Got it? Okay. Now, got that? Now, what I want you to do now, let that go. And I want you to think of a time that wasn't present. Something happened, but your heart was wide open. You did a song, Tim. You did something, Rita, where it caught you off guard and you did the total opposite. Think about that. Raise your hand when you got it. Got it? Good. Got it? Tim? Okay, good. Now notice this feeling, how different it is. How open is your heart here?
Wide open.
That's right, Tim. Bonnie,
Wide open.
Rita.
Opener.
Yeah, opener, because you're still sitting in the energy of the other one. That's what's going on. Got it? Once again, I'm just going to give you a taste of this. I'd love to be able to clean this all up, but I do not have that luxury. Right? Sorry. Okay? So now, how much work do you have here? How big is your work?
A little bigger.
Just a little. See, you got the governor on here, Brika. You got this governor on to hold you from being in this magnificence. See, you get that? That's a governor for you to be in your life. You are wearing that. You are using that. Clear? Funny.
I was a shining star at that time.
Yes, you were a shining star, and you still are, by the way, just so you know.
Mhm.
Tim.
I was limitless.
Huh?
I was limitless.
Thank you. I know you are. You just keep forgetting it. So go to this place and as best as you can, Rita, think about that most amazing moment. And once again, I'd have to do some other things, but I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to be able to. So you're going to have to do the best you can. Is that okay? Okay, good. Now, everybody got this? Now take your thumb and first finger right hand as you feel this feeling. First finger right hand. First finger right hand, Rita. There you go. How would you like to be in this more often? Until you sign up for my program where you'll be in it all the time. Everybody got this? Would you like to keep this?
Yes.
Okay, so let that go for a moment. Now come all the way back to the negative one for another second. Take your thumb, little finger, left hand. See that younger you. With this constriction, this limited belief, this limited knowing about yourself, thinking this is you. Is it okay to let this go? Is it okay to let this go?
Yes.
Was this ever you?
No.
Rita, was this ever you? Tim,
No, it was something I created.
what's that?
It was something I created.
Yes, exactly. Okay, keep your thumb, little finger, left hand. Put a color and a shape to that energy. It's okay to let it go, even though it's only a piece of it now. Honey,
It's okay to let it go.
Rita, is it okay to let it go? Tim,
Yes.
okay. Rita, is it okay to let this go? Okay, good. Keep your eyes closed. Are you ready to let it go? Ah! Give your body a shake. Now go into the knowing of who you are. That's you on the right. Thumb first finger, right hand. Keep that. Take your thumb, little finger left. Let the left go. Let the left go. Thumb first finger, left hand. Now link them together like a chain link fence. That's right. Together, Tim. Together, Bonnie. Repeat after me. I am.
I am.
I am.
Huh. Now go to that spot there, Tim, and see what happens. You go to that place before where your heart was full. Where it's the same?
No.
Can't recall it at the moment.
Oh, funny. I don't know how that works. Isn't that amazing, Tim? How powerful you are. Come on, man. You're just catching that now. That awesome. Rita, get that smile off your face. What are you doing smiling?
I can't remember it either.
Bonnie,
It's gone.
isn't that amazing, you guys? How amazing is this? The little bit you got, and look at what's happened already. Isn't that exciting? Isn't this exciting? Imagine what we can do in 3 hours. All up, all of these programs, all gone in 3 hours. Isn't that amazing?
Mm.
It is.
In this time, you are now convinced that you're powerful. Did I get that far?
Mm.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's not somebody else giving you this. Did I give you anything?
No.
No. No, you helped me get rid of something.
Yes. That was blinding you to see your magnificence. Just like I said at the start, you're magnificent, powerful, radiant, divine being. You got a big face. I look forward to seeing you in my future. To have it all. Hold it all. Just like Justin and Maya. They were both in a 3-hour transformation in a large group. Got all of it. Amazing. Would you agree?
It is amazing.
I'm telling you, as amazing as it is for the three of you in this short time, I'm saying it can be done for all of humanity before the end of December 31st, 2020.
Mm.
What a beautiful vision.
Mm-hmm.
When it happens. Be a part of it somehow. And tell your friends. Again, be a part of it. It's that simple and it's that easy. Yes, there's more to it. There's more to it to make it easier. And I just took a piece of that 100,000 piece puzzle I put together to find out that's not how you do it. That's what I'm doing. I'm dealing with the whole of you, not the part of you. And when we get you into the whole of you, the knowing of you, you don't need people. You don't need symptoms. You don't need to be running after the symptoms. Symptoms take care of themselves as soon as you're in alignment. Because those symptoms are driving you to be in your divinity. And I just know the fast track. That's it. That's it. So first of all, I congratulate the three. Teresa, Tim, and Bonnie for being brave to volunteer.
Mm.
To talk to somebody you never heard of, didn't have a clue in the world what he's all about. And yet you were open and receptive. Kind of like that lady with 100 phobias. She never met me before she took the program. Her husband and I talked. I was kind of excited for what people tell me. And I had a little bit of apprehension, but as soon as we get on this Zoom, I just felt so relaxed and so kind and gentle and fun, and it was wow. So imagine having fun getting rid of all your crap, and then writing a song about it, Tim. How cool would that be, bud?
I'm going to try this out tonight.
You go, guys. You go. So, once again, my website is iamdivinity.com, and I encourage you to check that out and get as many people on this magnificent, instant transformation. If you agree, this is close to instant as you can get.
Mm. Yes.
Right? And is it an exaggeration?
No.
No. Which
It's
one?
real.
No. Which one of you said the word no? It's not. It's not an exaggeration, correct, Bonnie?
That is correct.
Ah, look it's like, yeah, you just imagine thousands of people at a time having this in 3 hours.
That would be magical.
Yes. And the investment is so small, it's like buying a Rolls Royce for $50. Okay? Because I want everybody in it. I don't want it to be stopped by, I can't afford it. So I made the investment so small that you could go pick bottles on the side of the road and be able to make it up in a week. Okay? That's how small it is. Not exciting, but this is open to the world. Especially now with the coronavirus, everybody's on the computer. We don't even have to meet in person anymore. Yeah. People walking in terrified of the coronavirus and walk out, wow, gone, gone. So, once again, thank you so much, guys. It was such a pleasure to work. It's such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Obviously, you did some preparation as far as you've done your work before. This is not your first rodeo trying to figure out how to shift things. I had a lady that had been a light worker for 33 years. She said, I'm not sure, Don. Not sure if this is going to work for me. You know, I've been around. I've done a lot of things. Guess what? When we're finished, found out that her identity was her weight. And instantly, that day, she started losing a pound a day. Amazing. This is a light worker that helped people. But I'm telling you, the light worker's missing the one piece. I got the love down to fine science. But that work piece, no, not a chance. Messing them up. So anyway, so thank you very much. I appreciate it immensely. It's been an absolute pleasure. I trust. Could you say one word? Give me one word to describe your experience today. One word.
Magical.
Magic. Thanks.
You stole my word, Tim.
There was
Flow.
it wasn't copyrighted. I'll take it to magic.
Flowing or flow.
Say that again, Brita.
Flow.
Glow.
No. Flow.
Flow. FLO.
Like, yeah,
Yes.
like FLOW.